sleeping at 2 a.m. for 3 days. People didn't know I was just 16. The day my dad told the hall, and the person that was assigning accommodation was just a 16-year-old girl, the whole hall stood up, clapping for me. Unfortunately, I wasn't even there to receive the applause. I was upstairs counting offering that they had collected. So I just heard that people were clapping for you in the hall. I wasn't there. My dad taught us so many, I can't even begin to say the lessons, the things he raised us with. One of the things my dad taught us was nobody was important enough to be your enemy. I would come to him with problems that happened in the office or things that people would say. My dad would tell me, look, you must be like wood. When, you know, wood, when they are using sandpaper on wood, you think you're making that wood suffer, but that wood becomes smoother. My dad would tell me, if they are stressing you in the office, determine to be a better person. And, you know, so many times I would go to him, complaints. He would just tell me, look, this is just part of life. You have to be tough. I didn't know he was raising me for a time as this. Just like Papa said, when my dad, he was supposed to go and rest, and he refused. And everybody said, go and call Gail. Gail is the only person that will come and convince him. So I live in Port Harcourt, so I drove down to you. And immediately I came, he started laughing. He said, they have asked you to come and meet me, is it not? I said, yes. He said, Daddy, you need to go and rest. He told me, my friend, there's nothing like that. I'm okay. Everybody just cleared for two of us. We're just two of us in the room. And I told him, Daddy, you know you need to go and rest. He told me no. My dad is very stubborn. If you know my dad, you know he's very stubborn. And me, I'm quiet, but I'm quietly stubborn like him. So I applied the pressure very well. My mom just disappeared. My siblings left us. After a long time, my mom came in and said, do you like the way your daughter is speaking to you with all the love in her heart for you to go and rest? You really need to. And funny thing, I had received some money. And every time I wanted to do something with that money, something else happened. I didn't know it was for a time as that. We started looking for flights to take him out of Uyo. And everyone looked at me and said, what's going to happen? I said, what's going to happen like how? We'll pay for private jets now. My dad has to go. And that was how Daddy traveled. And I was happy I did that on behalf of my family. I was very happy. One thing my dad always told us was, see, he would tell us in the family, whether you're a boy or a girl, you need to apply yourself to life. He never believed that there was something a girl couldn't do. We're just two girls in the family. He would tell two of us, whatever your brothers are doing, you can do it. He doesn't, and even in the village, he told them, for example, if they are sharing land, they have to share to his two daughters because he's raising them as men. So we had that responsibility. I miss my dad a lot. And I'm happy he has gone to. My dad preached till his very the last minute of his life. I'm telling you, even in the hospital, the doctor told me, your father is so strong. His voice, he was talking to the doctor, his voice was echoing the whole world. The doctor told me, your father is so strong. I said, he's strong at 80. Imagine him when he was 40, 30 years. There are so many lessons. I don't grieve at all. I don't mourn my dad because as a Christian, I know where he is. And the word for us today is live your life in a way that when God calls you home, you really know where you are. You know that you're with God. I don't think if we ask my dad to return to earth, he's going to agree. I doubt it. The funny thing is that he's appearing to my cousins who are not even Christians. My auntie's son, he was an unbeliever. When my dad died, my dad appeared to him and told him that he had forgiven him, spoke to him. And the boy told my mom, said, Auntie, I would like to see Uncle one day again. So I'm going to give my life back to Christ. So even in death, he was still winning souls to God. That's the truth. He was still winning souls to God. And that for us is our focus. On Saturday, we had medical outreach at Nkek. Nkek is in Akwa Ibom State. That's the first village my dad had a crusade. That's the first place he had a miracle. A lame girl, he prayed for her and she started walking. That girl is still alive. She was there at the medical outreach. We saw over 1,000 patients at Nkek. The people were so happy that we came there. There was a lady who was very sick, and the doctor told us, the doctors that who took care of the medical outreach told us that there wasn't provision to do surgery on her. My mom said no. The very fact that God brought us to this village means that that girl has to be taken care of. And the Uma Ukpai Legacy Project, we paid for her surgery, which will take place sometime this week. Our focus as a family is to celebrate God in this couple of days to come. Is to win souls to God, which is what my dad lived for. You tell him, Daddy, you need to rest. He'll tell you, no, I have to go and preach. And he really preached to the very end. I want to thank Apostle Zili and Mama and every man of God who is here to celebrate my dad. On behalf of the family, my mom, my siblings, I want to say thank you very much and God bless you.